Good evening. Well, is it evening? Goes your day. So it depends what time I'm posting this video. But hello, keep glued and watch as I teach you, or show you, I suppose. Not teach you. Teach you is a bit patronising. But I'm going to show you a very easy meal to make, which is around 5 minutes of prep time. And that is, we're going to do some pork loin fillets with crispy air fried potato wedges. And what we're going to do to save on time, I'm going to parboil the wedges for the night before. Now you only have to parboil for about 5 minutes, just until they start to go through. So all I'm going to do, make enough wedges for my family, and it is that easy. That's as much prep. The rest of it is a case of cooking the loins and then using the juices to create a beautiful honey mustard sauce. But these wedges are incredibly delightful and really simple to make. And that's it really. It's going to be a very quick video. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to need to edit anything out. The only thing I will say is, if you are watching my video and you're one of the 90% of people that haven't subscribed to my content yet, please do subscribe. And also, on top of that, I do like new ideas. I'm trying to find time for more cooking these days. So do my wedges. Do leave me a comment below. What do you want to see me do next? Weird, wonderful, easy, quick. Any tips for this recipe? So all that's going to happen now is I'm going to whack them through. I'm going to rinse them thoroughly. Okay, we're going to just do a quick spin. There we go. We're rinsing our potatoes. Nice and easy. You'll have to ignore the parts that need more something soaking. So there we go. We're just going to give them a steady, heavy wash. Steady, heavy wash. We're going to get rid of all that dirt. Make sure that this is nice and clean. It doesn't take too long. But let them have a good swim. Get rid of all that, well, I say at the start, but remove all the dirt. So, I'm drain them out. That should be enough. Give them another swim, and what I like to do, similar to like my chips, all I'm going to do is put a generous, and I mean generous, amount of salt. And then on top of that, even more generous, and I've got not got much salt left there, amount of vinegar. So this is going to go on to boil for oh god, there we are. Yeah, so I'm cooking tea for, well, I'm cooking this evening's meal, I'm prepping tomorrow's meal. My working day is very busy, so sometimes I have to pre-cook a lot of stuff at night, so it's actually easier than it's day. I'm going to put a little glass lid on that. It's not the actual lid for the pan, but it does its job. Bring that to a boil, and we're going to literally parboil no more than 5 minutes. We don't want them breaking apart. When quite, not firm, but soft on the outside, because they are going to go into the air fryer for a considerable amount of time. We'll be back in around 5 minutes. See you later. And there are my wonderful wedges. These are soft. A couple of started to break, which is fine. But I know, therefore, that they are ready. 5 was more than enough time. So what we're going to do, we're going to let these fully cool down now before we put them in the fridge for 24 hours, just till we need them the next day. And then we'll go on and fry these. I have done a video, so if you've not seen it yet, or if it's not been uploaded yet, it will be soon. So do watch out for the recipe for these, because they are absolutely delicious. Right, see you tomorrow for the next part of the the meal. So first thing we'll do, these do take quite a while actually. In fact, these take more time than the dish itself. I'm not going to overload the air fryer, so I'm going to do sort of 2 batches. And what I'm going to do, these are going to be coated when I find it. I mean, you could use absolutely anything. I'm doing a bit of garlic and a bit of paprika. I can't find garlic at the moment, so I might not even be doing garlic at this rate. I might not be doing garlic. Still looking for my garlic. Where's my garlic? Where's my garlic gone? Well, I don't know what my garlic is. We're gonna go. Oh dear, is that it? Ah, it was there all along. So lots of paprika. Okay. And because I've done a whites there, lots of garlic. Give them a good toss through. Now, we're going to spray these rather than coat them in oil. We're going to slightly better. Now I'm going to lay these. I'm going to be careful because I don't really want loads of seasoning in the bottom of my air fryer. So I'm going to get that on there. In fact, I could probably do a few more quite easily. But I can do a lot more, to be fair. I just don't want to create it because if you create it, you get quite a well, they don't crisp up and they actually end up sweating a bit, and I don't really want that. Right, and there we go. And then we're going to go 200. I'm going to do them 15 minutes initially. I'm going to forecast that they're going to take about at least 25 minutes. So they're spread. I will check them after 15 though. Well, actually no, best be sure. I'll check them after 10 minutes. So that's going to go on 200. So yeah, if I do it at 10, I can then talk how we're doing. So for us, I mean, the rest is pretty easy stuff really. We're going to fry our pork loins, cook our veg, make our sauce. Okay, so I've got some pork loins here. These are just from my butchers. So I'm going to give them a good coat. And then add them to a hot pan. You can hear the air fryer just a bit. Well, not only an air fryer, you can hear my croaky voice. Oh, why is that not coming out? That's still not coming off. There we go. Do that, a bit of seasoning. Okay. Seem to run out of decent salt, and I don't really. Yeah, that's not going to work. Well, we'll do that. Alright, this is a bit coarse, but it's going to cook off. Put that in there. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't be doing that, but needs must. I'm just going to rub it on, hopefully it'll still cook nicely. Do that. And then put all everywhere. Get it in every single piece. And then all I'm going to do is flash fry them so it can be high heat for the last 10 minutes. And then do that, yeah. Just let me get all this stuff. And whatever fat comes off and renders, I'm going to stick them in there. Actually, I'm going to stick them in a cold pan. Just give that chance, skin time to render out. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to do these in batches, I think. Can I do that? There we go. We'll have to do it in batches. Okay, so these begin to brown nicely. Just going to finish it off, render this fat a little bit in the pan, and then I'm going to shove it in an oven for 200 degrees for about 10 minutes. Right, so ignore the little boy in the background screaming and making random chatter, but this is my little lad. Harry, wave at the camera.
Yeah.
And he's watching Daddy cook today. Okay, so that's my meat. It's getting a bit because I put it straight back on there, so you see it's starting. So what I'm going to do is pour some of the chicken stock in, and then into that I'm going to add a generous amount of honey. That is funny. No. Okay. No. No. Oh, don't put my kids or animals. So I've got a tiny bit. I haven't got as much as I wanted, so I'm going to put a little bit of mustard in there, whole grain. But the thing is, I really want that mustard taste coming through along with the honey. And what we're going to do is we're going to add to it a generous dollop of Dijon as well. And then we're going to have a really strong flavour of, hopefully, honey and mustard. Why? Because I've got mustard in there as well, 2 types of mustard. And what I'm going to do, yeah, 2. Pass. So I'm going to keep stirring this in. You what, buddy? The noise you can hear, mate, is the water that's about to boil for the sweet corn, because we're having sweet corn. So, obviously, as I stated earlier, when I did the wedges, if you're one of the 90% of people that are watching my videos but not subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and leave me a comment below. What do you like to cook? Do you want to see me cook anything new? And I'm slightly losing the will. No, everything's going wrong. So I've got that, that's going to keep going, I'm going to keep whisking, okay. I'm going to get a whisk out for that actually. What, buddy? Apple. No, not apple now. Yeah, well we're having tea first. Tea first, then apple. So we've got our honey mustard sauce there. What I have done, because I'm finishing my pork chops with pork loin fillets, should I say, not chops, in the oven, I've just added the juice that's rendered out from that fat. And all I'm doing, I'm looking for that thickness, and we know what we're looking for. We're looking for that seed part like Moses. And after a while cooking this down, that's exactly what's going to happen here. I will come back when that's done. Okay. Here we go, and you can see that sauce is thick now, okay? It's as thick as I want it to be, okay? You might want to add cream at this point, and it's almost like a cream of honey mustard sauce. I'm just going to go for this. A couple of things. I don't think the meat's as rendered as it should be, okay? I'm going to recognise that before I get shouted at in the video. But despite the moniker, I am just a homely cook. You know, I cook to feed family, not to sort of impress. If you like what you've seen, brilliant. If you don't, you know, give me some feedback and I can try and improve. But we're going to start serving now, nice and easy. So we're going to have a couple of sweet corn on cob. And on top of that, we're going to add some of our air fried seasoned wedges. And what you will have noticed, and I haven't, I'm going to make sure I do, I didn't put any seasoning in the sauce. Well, I didn't in view, but I have done since. I'm just going to obviously taste that for seasoning and see if it needs more. Do you know when you go, do you know what, I'm going to film? Anybody who has a channel, you go, I'm going to film tonight, plan it all, and it all goes to pot. This is one of those nights, but it does taste very nice. So the flavour's definitely there. There's my pork loin fillets. And some of my honey and mustard sauce. And there we go. Whatever's on your plates, do eat what you enjoy and enjoy what you eat. And of course, the only thing left to ask is, and do leave a comment in that YouTube channel, what's on your plates? As usual, don't forget, wherever or whenever you are viewing this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Click the links to the right to see some more of my beautiful, delicious recipes. Give that notification bell a ring to be informed of future content. And last but not least, comment below what's on your plates.